Okay, take this one. Did winning the Palme d'Or change your life? Yes, it is. It did. Oh! Oh my God! I don't know how long the effect will still be there, but you know, for many years, my goal was to compete in Cannes. I wanted to get into that room because I admire so many of the filmmakers that have been there before. And there are so many filmmakers that I really like that have never won the Palme d'Or. And it was nothing that I dared to hope for. But when it happened, you know, in Sweden, it's 60 years ago since a Swedish director won the Palme d'Or. So in Sweden, I'm almost a little institution now, which makes it easier for me, of course, to get money to the films that I want to make. A line from the square that you keep in mind. Well, I like a lot of the dialogues between Elisabeth Moss and Claes Bang.
Excuse me?
Do you just go have sex with lots of other women? Is this something that you do a lot?
Kind of a private question, isn't it?
Well, so is being inside me. Pretty private, so...
But where's the connection there?
And there's actually a line that is cut out from that scene when Elisabeth Moss is confronting Claes Bang's character in the museum. But what she's saying before that is cut out is, how do we solve this? And I think it's hilarious. Like a woman coming up to you and she's saying, how do we solve this? And you're like, solve what? The best Swedish movie of all time. Well, I would say it's a movie that is made by a director called Roy Andersson. He did his debut movie when he was 27 years, and it's a movie called A Swedish Love Story. Everything is in the details, in the situations. There's not like a story really in it. It's rather that they are like following this boy and this girl one summer when they experience love for the first time. And Roy, I think, has such an eye to pick up different characters and different things that he probably have seen from relatives and friends and also remembers from his upbringing. So I really would like to recommend that film. It was released 69 or 70, 1970 in Sweden. A dream or a nightmare that you keep having? I can only tell you a dream that came to me many times when I was a kid. And it came to me in the same period as my father and my mother divorced. And it was a very touching dream. It was repeatedly I dreamt that I was holding on to my father's shoulders on his back, and he was able to fly. And we flew over a sand landscape where it was also water channels, and he could go into the water and up and go over. And I remember that I dreamt this dream maybe 3 or 4 times, and it made a really strong impression on me. When I think about it nowadays, it also makes me a little sad because I remember it was at the same time that my mother and my father divorced. The best avalanche in cinema.
Pappa! Pappa! Pappa!
Harry, det är lugnt, When we were making Snow Therapy or Force Majeure, I had 2 goals for myself. And one of them was to create the most spectacular avalanche scene in film history. And the other one was to increase the percentage of divorce in society. And I think we didn't increase the percentage of divorce, but I think we managed to create the most spectacular avalanche scene.
It was quite shocking.
He got so scared that he ran away from the table.
What? No.
Ingmar Bergman and you. You know, if you are brought up in Sweden and you are working as a film director, then you have ambivalent feeling of Ingmar Bergman, I think. There was a time in Swedish cinema when everybody was looking for the new Bergman. And I think this shadow of Bergman that was over the next generation actually didn't do that much for the Swedish film. And there's also something in Sweden that is that the Swedish film industry is a little bit divided in two parts. And one of them was a Swedish film director called Bo Widerberg, and the other one was Ingmar Bergman. And I worked with a producer that was working with Bo Widerberg and then later Roy Andersson. So I have always been connected to the antagonist side of Ingmar Bergman. So even if I have nothing against his film, in Sweden I'm seen as someone that is like the antagonist of Bergman. Festival de Cannes or Festival des Arcs. They are two different sides of the same coin, I would say. When it comes to Festival de Cannes, you know, there is all the prestige. There you have the eyes of the journalist that is interested in cinema from all over the world. There's a strong competition going on, not only when it comes to being one of the competition films, but also to get the attention. And then the other side of that coin, we could just as well, we can place Les Arcs there because it's a very intimate festival. Everybody's relaxed. You are here more to talk about cinema, I would say, and meet people in the industry in a way that it wouldn't be possible in Cannes. I like both, but I prefer winning Cannes than winning Les Arcs, I would say.
Alors je vais faire un compte à rebours, 3, 2, 1, et ensemble, on va crier ensemble, un cri de bonheur. On y va, 3, 2, 1. Merci, merci. Au Festival du film, merci.